Today I'm going to be reviewing this Bounce Pro trampoline that we recently purchased. Obviously you can see we're in the process of getting it all set up. So essentially what you're going to do is you're just going to assemble all the legs. So each of these is going to come, this bottom piece is one piece, and then you have these legs on the side. Now these are different. One is going to have a hole in it, one is not. So just make sure you do that. And then these top bars, then you just connect, and these are going to have little screws, which we've already put in on there. So I'm going through, and when you're putting on the springs, you're going to want to go back and forth and basically do like one here, one on that far side, one over there, then one over there. And then when you're done that, then you're basically going to split the difference between each of those and just keep doing that over and over again until eventually you'll be left with just about one spring in between each one, something along those lines. So that does make it a lot easier when you're stretching this out. Now what I found is actually the easiest in regards to doing these springs is just kind of hang them here. You can see how close this is. And then you're just going to use your spring puller on the end to just pull it out. So I'm just going to take it like that, and I'm just going to pull, and then it's going to go down. Sometimes it won't go all the way down. So then what I typically do, rather than taking a chance on pinching my hand, I'm just going to take it like this. I'm just going to hit it like that. If it's not enough, then I'm going to try it again. And I'll pull it, because you want to pull it over and then also pull it down. So once you get those springs all put on, then you're going to go ahead and put the spring cover on. So essentially it's just going to go right on top. This solid green part is going to be facing the top, and then that's going to be where your entrance is at. And then over here, all the way around, it's just going to be the black and the green. And then you're just going to be tying these to the legs. Next thing you're going to need to do is secure this metal bar to your frame, and that's going to be for the enclosure. You will need to make sure that you have this little, let me try and zoom in there. You're going to try and make sure you have this little hole pointed out. And then for these, it's essentially going to be this long bolt, the plastic piece in between here. And then on this side, you're going to have two washers. One that's going to be the kind of warped washer that's actually going to fit right there. Then you're going to have the spring washer, and then you're going to have the nut here on the end. And it does come with the pieces that you need for this, for the Allen, and then also for this one to tighten that up. So you're going to have to do that all the way around. The next step is you're going to put these tube caps on the top. You want to make sure you just put them on the right edge. In the instructions, it does tell you which edge it goes in. So you got the hole down here at the bottom, going to be pointed that way, and then you got the long piece, and then where the short bend is at, that's where the tube is going to be at on that. Now this net enclosure actually comes with buckles at the top rather than just you kind of tying it into place. So the buckles are actually going to go through this part of the plastic here at the top, and then it's going to clip into place. So that's a really nice feature. So for those, you're just going to connect it right up at the top, and then you're just going to have the one bar. It just slides right down on top of the other bar. Now the next thing you're going to be doing is you're actually going to be putting in a screw with a spring washer right into that hole, and then that's going to pop right up and cover it. So it's really nice how the black really is, you push it down and then make it go up, and so it actually covers all the metal all the way to the top. Truthfully, this is probably one of the most time-consuming parts of putting together a trampoline, is tying this stupid little string all across the bottom. So you literally have to go from one of these to the next, just feeding it through the bottom of the enclosure as you work your way across. So I wish that they would design something a little bit different, maybe clips, or maybe have a way where this can work, you know, kind of slide into this, the seam on the trampoline or something like that. That'd be a lot easier, but that is going to be time consuming. Now I mentioned earlier connecting this, and we actually connected it wrong. We got to this point in the instructions and realized that we actually didn't do it right. So this one is actually going to have double. So it's going to have one that's on the back and one that's on the front every other one. So you're actually going to take and tie the one that's on the back to here, and then you're going to tie the one that's on the front to the pole on the front as well. So once I get that done, then it is ready to go.